What is up, my friend, and welcome to the UFL Week In Review, one of the longest-running UFL podcasts in human history. I'm Mark Perry. This is show number 32, and it's playoffs time for the UFL season. We've got ratings for Week 10, the announcement of the inaugural All-UFL team, and a preview of the playoffs. We've got DFS, plus we'll cover how the UFL averaged 816,000 viewers in the 2024 regular season. So stick around for all the details. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get started.
USFL is in business. The XFL is underway.
There's no doubt spring just got stronger.
All right, we have our Week 10 ratings on ABC, ESPN, and Fox, plus we give you the attendance numbers. Let's break it all down. Sue broke it all down. Of course, the data comes from our main man, Mike Mitchell, once again. And here we got it. So Michigan Panthers at Birmingham Stallions averaged 754,000 viewers. That was on ESPN. Attendance, 7,133. I hope that fans show up for the USFL conference championship game. They really should show out. If they don't, I mean, this is a home playoff game. And if they can't clear 10,000 for this game, I definitely have issues with Birmingham as a location going forward. They're a great team. They should get a lot of people there. I don't understand why. Hopefully an off season will do better. But that's kind of what I'm expecting for next week's game. I get this one. It wasn't the championship game, but we'll see. One that I'm not worried about, and that's St. Louis Battlehawks versus the San Antonio Brahmas. That got 836,000 viewers. It peaked at 1.674 million between 7 and 7:15 p.m., up 31% from a year ago. That's on Fox rating. So really peaked well, especially towards the end of the game. And of course, 34,379 fans in attendance. That is great numbers. I'm hopeful for 36,000 for the playoff game. I would love them to hit 40,000, but I'm hopeful for 36,000 because winner of that game goes to the championship. So I'm hoping St. Louis shows out. I'm not worried about St. Louis. Birmingham, 10,000 is what I'm looking for next week's game. But they finished strong. That was a good game. Very much peaked there, but I'm surprised that we didn't clear that 1 million because that was on Fox. But then we got Sunday's game, Arlington at DC, averaged 893,000. That was on ABC. That's an okay number. 13,080. And that was an earlier game, a 12 o'clock game. I was there, and actually I was one of 8 of those people in that number. So I brought 6 people to that game. So make sure it's Birmingham and St. Louis and everybody else has lays. I've always told you all season long, bring your friends, invite them to come, tell them, make it easy for them so they can check it out. Because once they check out the product, they really like it. And it's just going to take time for people will come one game, then they'll come to another one, maybe next year. Then maybe they think about season tickets. And remember, if you have a local team, support them by buying season tickets. Don't look about that like, oh, well, I can't sell them or they don't do enough for season tickets. You're getting tickets are dirt cheap. Support the league and buy season ticket. That's my spiel there. And then if you can't go to a game, sell it at half price, but you're just helping the league. You're helping the league by being a season ticket holder. So that was that Arlington game, but it was a fun game. And of course, America's team lost, but it was close. Houston Roughnecks at Memphis Showboats, 649,000 viewers. Remember, this game didn't have anything on the line. Then it did because the number 1 overall pick peaked at 1.147 million, which is really good. And that was the winner take all. Memphis Showboats get the number 1 overall pick, 6,039. Not bad for Memphis. Anything that's not like 4,000 for Memphis is like a win. And but they got the win. They have the number 1 overall pick. Now what you can do if you're Memphis Showboats is hype that. We have the number 1 pick. Who should we take? Get people excited about that in Memphis. I hope Memphis does a lot better. And all the attendance numbers. Now you guys have no excuses. It's a year from now. Can you drum up enough support and interest to push this thing forward and have some good attendance next season? But now basically what we got left, total attendance figures was 60,631 this week. Of course, a significant improvement, but that's because you got Audi Field and St. Louis helping things out there. Memphis actually did a little bit better than I thought. So this week's games, Michigan Panthers at Birmingham Stallions on ABC. That game, Stallions, you better have over 10,000. San Antonio Brahmas at St. Louis Battlehawks on Sunday on Fox, 7 p.m. I want that one to have over 36,000. And I'm really hopeful that both games crack that 1 million viewers on ABC and Fox. You've got perfect channels to do this on. You should try to get that number. And make sure you're watching those games. Now, if your team's out of it, it's playoffs. I want to see, because I'm going to be in St. Louis hanging out with all y'all for the championship game. So I am definitely vested interest. And I told my wife, and she said, absolutely. So we'll be watching those games. So what do you think of the ratings? What do you think of the ratings overall this season? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment. What do you think about the ratings this season? What do you think about attendance? What do you think things can improve? Remember, they are watching. They watch the stuff. They read the comments. The league is all over what we do at UFL News Hub. So any kind of feedback you give them is good. So let us know what you think and what the UFL thinks in the comment. We have our UFL announces the inaugural All-UFL team. Pat Ruffino will have the UFL News Hub's All-UFL team coming out here in a little bit. But on offense, no question about it, probably the MVP, Adrian Martinez. Birmingham Stallions running back Jacob Sailors, pretty solid all season long. I can't really think of any other running back. There's been some up and down, some injuries, but pretty solid all season long. Wide receiver Hakeem Butler, no questions there except for the last couple of weeks. David Davis, I totally have no problem with that. Marcus Sims as well for the Michigan Panthers, played well, though I believe he might be out this weekend. Jay Sternberger for the Birmingham Stallions at tight end. Offensive tackle Jared Jones-Smith of the Battlehawks. Bobby Evans of Arlington Renegades. Guards Zach Johnson of the Stallions and Kolo Levayo of the San Antonio Brahmas. And center Mike Panasuik of the Battlehawks. There's your offensive players. Defensive line, Carlos Davis of the Stallions, Daniel Wise of the Panthers, Chris Odom, another great season for the Roughnecks. Breland Speaks, monster season for the Panthers, both played well. Tavante Beckett for the Birmingham San Antonio Brahmas, Willie Harvey of the Battlehawks at your inside linebacker. Cornerbacks, DeAndre Baker, DC Defenders, America's team, cool. Nate Brooks of the Panthers, Anjeen Harris of the Renegades, and then safety Kai Nakua of the Panthers and A.J. Thomas of the Birmingham Stallions rounds out the defense. Special teams, no question about it. Jake Bates, even though with the Panthers, even though he kind of slipped a little bit. Marquette King, Arlington Renegades punter. Why he's not in the NFL is a joke. Long snapper Jordan Uber of the Michigan Panthers. Well, if you have the best kicker, clearly the long snapper probably helped him. And then return specialist Chris Rowland, the DC Defenders. Only 2 DC Defenders on that list. And there you have it. There are your top all UFL players. And remember, we heard that all these guys are going to get a nice little bonus, a couple $1,000, I believe. So congratulations to them. We'll have our announcement of our all leagues and MVPs and all that stuff coming here in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. Do you agree? Is there any name missing on this list? Let us know in the comments. All right, we have our UFL odds, playoffs, all that good stuff. So here are the playoffs, week 11. It's the playoffs. Birmingham Stallions taking on the Panthers in Birmingham, Saturday, June 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Stallions are minus 5.5. The over-under is 43. Panthers money line, of course, my picks. I'm going with the Panthers spread. I think it's going to be close. I'm picking the under on both games because they both did not score a lot against each other. I don't think that's going to all of a sudden turn around in game 2. Maybe it will. And then the money line, I got the Stallions. So I think the Stallions are going to win. But would it surprise? It depends on if Danny Etling is the starting quarterback, then I think Stallions won't have a problem. If it's E.J. Perry, though, he would be very rusty. I would love to see him come back. So we'll see how that goes. But that is kind of what the quarterback room is going to look like. But I have a feeling the Stallions will take it. San Antonio Brahmas, Battlehawks. They could have won the game on a field goal. This game Saturday at 7 p.m. Sunday. Got to change that. Sunday, June 9th at 7 p.m. Battlehawks -3. Over-under is 44. It would not stun me at all if the Brahmas beat the Battlehawks. They should have really beat them last week. AJ McCarron, another week back. He should be healthy. It's all or nothing. The league really needs the Battlehawks to be in that championship game. So you got the Battlehawks. I'm taking the Battlehawks. I'm taking the under on this one because they didn't score a lot of points, and I'm taking the money line of Battlehawks. It should be all. I mean, they weren't showing all their signs in that game, so we'll have to kind of see how that goes. But could any of these upset? Would it stun me? No, it would not stun me. This Panther Stallions upset would stun me. There's Brahmas, Battlehawks. Brahmas feel disrespected. They were kind of ranked at the bottom of the league, and I was surprised people were putting them at that. But so they have something to prove. We'll see. Finn's parlay. We've got the spread. I got the Panthers because I think that game is going to be close. I've got the under on the Panther Stallions game. I think once they wrap it up, that's it. And I got the Battlehawks. $5 pays on the money line. $5 pays $29.20, and then the two unders. $5 pays $18, and then the parlay on the money line. $5 pays $10. If you want to try that. On to the DFS. You can still play DFS. It'll be the last time you get to play it, but you only get to pick between the two games. I've got Adrian Martinez, and then I've got Ellison because of San Antonio because of the injuries that they have at running back. Mariner, been playing great. He's been getting a lot of looks. He's kind of up and down sometimes, but for the most part, it's consistent. Jay Sternberg, Birmingham, I've got him at tight end. And then John Trey Kirkland. I've got Smith, and I've Smith from the San Antonio, and then I've got the Brahmas defense as well. So I've got a lot of San Antonio guys in that game. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? John Trey Kirkland is always good. Smith, the reason why I picked Smith is he had 7 targets last week, so he might get a lot of targets again. But we'll see with that. Mariner's been good. Morgan Ellison at running back, and of course Adrian Martinez, can't go wrong with that, and Sternberger as well. So that is my lineup. Let us know what you think in the comments. This is the last time we'll be able to do betting, I would assume, on this. So let's see how we do this week, because the next one is just the championship.
Welcome to Pulse AI Solutions, where cutting-edge AI technology meets business innovation. Are you a small to medium-sized business looking to transform your operations and stay ahead of the competition? At Pulse AI Solutions, we specialize in AI consulting, delivering custom solutions tailored to your unique needs. Our team of experts designs and implements AI-driven strategies that boost efficiency and drive growth. From AI integration to tech innovation, we provide comprehensive support every step of the way. Join the revolution. Our custom AI solutions are designed to help businesses like yours thrive in the digital age. Experience the future of business with Pulse AI Solutions. Visit us at pulseaisolutions.com and transform your business today.
All right, we are back. Quick hitting notes. Remember, the blood donation still can go on. So my wife's story. She was diagnosed with multiple myeloma at the age of, now she's 49. So you can donate. Once, you'll get a Defenders for Life sticker. If you're level 2, donate blood at the beginning and end of the season. Defenders for Life socks as a thank you. So let us know if you did that. And then commit to donating blood for every DC Defenders home win and be rewarded with exclusive DC Defenders for Life t-shirt. Getting those made, but there we have the logos. Why are we doing it? Everything on there at uflnewshub.com/blood. And you can see that I gave my second donation today. So there you have it. So I get a t-shirt. And I did it at the beginning and the end of the season too, since they only won 2 home games. I really thought they would won more than that. There you have it. So we will get that stuff out. And so make sure you just email me, podcast at UFL News Hub, and just keep me updated with your donations. We really appreciate that. Quick hitting stuff. Mike Florio had this. The UFL averages 816,000 viewers for the 2024 regular season via Sports Business Journal. 40 regular season games on ABC, Fox, and ESPN, ESPN2, FS1 average 816,000 viewers. Last year, the USFL averaged 601,000 viewers, and the XFL averaged 622. So they got a net gain of 200,000, but again, a lot of those games were buried. So the key is that the UFL has a larger presence on broadcast TV. 6 games, all on broadcast TV, had audiences in excess of 1 million. I'm really hoping that both of these playoff games get 1 million. He says that's a great start, suggesting that maybe this spring league will do better than those that came before it, which failed. We all know for various reasons. The UFL seems to be doing well. There's room for growth. They said certain business decisions like not keeping the XFL kickoff and not having St. Louis host a game in week 1 held the league back. Good business decisions were better. The best thing the league does, of course, is the officiating, the transparency, and I agree with that. So that's Mike Florio. So ending the season on a positive note, and who knows what the year 2, at least year 2, we're going to have Friday night football. So I think that's going to be important for the league. Jonathan has got his final power ranking. So we've got Birmingham at number 1, St. Louis, of course, at number 2, San Antonio at 3, Michigan at 4. These Arlington Renegades move up to 5 at 3 and 7. Man, they were terrible. And then they basically won their last 3 of their last 4 games. Think about that. They did that last season too. It's interesting. He has them at 5. They were moved from 6. DC Defenders at 4 and 6. They defeated Houston and Arlington and Memphis, but they didn't really beat anything. They defeated the San Antonio. That was a big one. So, but just kind of a Jekyll and Hyde season. Memphis Showboats at 7 because they won the you-know-what bowl, and Houston Roughnecks are at last at number 8. So, of course, we all know now that Memphis Showboats have got the number 1 pick in the draft. Congratulations to them as well. All right, let's take a look at our emailers first. Frank says, love the Battlehawks, but it's difficult to come away from this game feeling good about their chances in the playoffs. After losing the week before to a bad team, St. Louis played a flat game at home, even though their fans came out in full force to cheer them on. Painful to say, but I see them as being only the 3rd or 4th best team in the playoffs. Frank, coming correct. They were hot for a while. Man, when they destroyed the DC Defenders, it was on. But then they just kind of seem, when AJ McCarron got hurt, things kind of dissipated for them. Shimmy says, talking about DC Defenders, he said the DC attendance numbers for those sold seats because it is hard to believe those actual numbers come through the turnstile. Audi holds 20,000. However, the Michigan game reported 12,222. When on TV, it looked maybe a third full. Same with the Arlington game, 13,080. It looks like only about 7,000. If that turnstile numbers only, I hope the league is giving us more of the reason to start the season a month earlier. Thank you, go UFL. Somebody who wants the league to start earlier. I don't know about that. I think that's we were talking about it, my wife and I. We like this. It might be a little too early. I don't know. We'll have to see what the numbers are if they play with it. But I heard all those decisions are going to be made real soon. So for that, finally, Don, we get to hang out next week with. Could call my friend. I'm not sure how you felt, but the games from last weekend were nerve-wracking for me. 3 games decided by 1 point each, and Memphis winning their game to garner the first pick in each round of the draft. They have the potential to really build on their core. I thought Memphis was going to be great. Whatever they do, if they have the first pick in the offensive line, that's really key, I think, for them. Up next is the hard task that I mentioned last week, beating a very good team twice in a row. I give a lot of credit to the crowd noise last Saturday at the Battle Dome. We made it as hard as we could for the Brahmas to communicate. I expect the same enthusiasm this weekend. I assume it's going to be a lot more fans than last weekend. I would like to call out some bad behavior on Battlehawk fans' side and apologize to the officiating crew. There were some undeserved comments and cheers thrown their way, which were unwarranted. The UFL does a good job of getting the calls correct. We may not agree with them or like them, but they are doing the right thing. Yeah, the DC Defenders fans kind of got on to the refs a little bit too. There was that one roughing the passer call or something like that, and it was kind of like, a couple of those calls really impacted the end of the games. But yeah, that fans are just being fans. I respect the refs. There's not many people that want to do it. There is a shortage of refs. So hopefully we design at Pulse AI Solutions, we design a football referee robot. We can do that. If the St. Louis fan base wants to continue to claim to be the role model of other fans base should be, then they need to do a better job at living up to those expectations. I know that we can. All that said, I'm very excited about the next 2 weeks of football in St. Louis. I welcome fans from all fan bases to come and experience the Battle Dome. Don checking in. Yes, we're super excited about that. Super excited about it be with him and his tailgate. We'll give more information on the podcast if you're going to be in town, kind of where we might be if you want to say hello or stop by and talk to my wife, because most people like to talk to her rather than me. But it's all good. But yeah, this is the So this will be, we'll be back next Thursday, which will be our podcast before we go out. And then we'll probably have a podcast Monday, maybe Tuesday when we get back, because we're not getting back till late Monday night. So Tuesday we'll have a podcast wrapping everything up. Maybe I can put it all together in the airport. And then we're going to kind of, see what happens. I think there's some stuff going on in July and I'm planning being the DC Defenders event. Also, I'm probably going to give out a survey. I'm really interested in trying to fill the needs of the fans and what you want out of UFL News Hub. Everything is changing in the world. AI, news businesses are shuttering like crazy. I saw some more layoffs at different news organizations across the world. So things are kind of changing and shifting, and I want to make sure that we're kind of on point when it comes to that. So there'll be a survey out there. Email me at podcast at UFL News Hub. Give me your thoughts on anything. Did you play News Hub Fantasy Football? Just did a CFL draft and it was kind of not the greatest thing. I'm trying to I need to focus my energy on stuff. And I think I focused a little too much energy on content creation and videos, where I need to kind of focus on building things. I think that's kind of where I'm going to pivot. I have a growth mindset. If you want to read Carol Dweck's book on mindset, it is my favorite book aside from the Bible. And that really kind of talks about being growth mindset person. Those are the kind of people that are typically successful. If you blame everybody for your problems, well, then you can't evolve or solve the problem because it's not your fault. So you just move on rather than correcting the issue. And so I'm trying to figure out where we're going to go. And I need to put out a survey. I have some good questions that will be out for the next week or two to really gauge feedback. Do you like the site design? Do you like the old site? I'm kind of not a fan of the new site design. I kind of like the old one, but maybe I can find something that's a little bit better. Just trying to, do you guys want a newsletter? Would you like a Friday newsletter that comes out that gives you all a recap of the news of the week? Like just all different kinds of things. Are you a TikTok person or are you an Instagram person? Do you want more TikTok videos from us? I mean, I don't like doing things that we can't get paid for per se. And that's why I have a problem with TikTok and Twitter. Facebook, they do give you a little money now, which helps pay the bills a little bit. But so we'll have that kind of stuff coming out there and so much more. So, all right, that's it for me, folks. As always, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy this weekend's games. I'm super excited. The league really wants St. Louis. They really want, sorry, San Antonio, but I always like them. But then I would really love to be in St. Louis. Having them win the championship would also be a great experience too. If it was Michigan, San Antonio, it would be kind of but St. Louis, Birmingham, AJ McCarron, it would be a great storyline. So we'll see what happens. That's it for this week, folks. Enjoy the show. As always, God bless, and I will see you all later.